going on, everybody? Tingo here, and today we're going to be doing another little ride with the bike here. It's not going to be nearly as long as the last one was. If all goes well, we should be getting down to the end of the trail anywhere about 14-15 minutes, hopefully, give or take. And then it'd be probably a little bit slower coming back. Going there is pretty much almost all downhill. Coming back, on the other hand, is a little bit uphill. And if you guys missed last night's live stream, I was talking about how the loop that I did the last video, hopefully eventually I can tie it into the loop I'm about ready to do today. And I'll point out where it'll come out, and I'll reference back to where I was at the last video, where I would turn and go down to connect up to where we're going to be at today. So we went about 7.5 miles last time. This time down and back from here is a little over 6 miles, but going from where we were at, pretty much right where that beam was at, where from the World Trade Center. Like I said, if you missed it, go back and watch it. But there's a side road right there that I crossed going down beside the river next to that beam. We'd actually go down that road and come out right where we're going to be at today. So instead of it being 6 miles from here, it'll be, I think, the 5 miles and some change, I think, where we were at when we were at that beam, and then add the 2 or 3 miles onto that from the loop out and around and then back here. So, but anyhow, enough of me talking. I'm gonna hop on the bike here and we will go for a little ride. All right, so like I said, it's gonna be about 6 miles. I did air up the tires, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to pedal. It's gonna be probably a little bit more bouncy, but it's gonna be a lot easier to pedal. So once again, as you guys can see, I am still riding, trying to add up those miles for the fundraiser. Oh yeah, so much easier to pedal now. But I don't want to go too hard. I don't want to wear myself out at the very beginning. Might have to readjust this camera here. I think it's going to be facing down too far. All right, let's come up here. I'm gonna readjust the camera. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let's get out of here. Head down towards the river. Oh yeah, this thing rolls a lot better now. So up ahead, it's an old mill that they used to use for like bread and stuff like that back in the day. And they turned into a restaurant here. They got the wheel on the back side of it and everything that goes around for the river. I don't know why the trash collectors don't make sure that the trash bins are out of the road, especially on a road like this. All right, nice little downhill section coming up. Oh yeah. What goes down must come back up, right? Just like food sometimes. I know, nasty. So we'll get a nice shot of the river on this trail. That hill killed me. Yes, it did. Try to take it easy downhill. Rest my legs. All right, we're gonna be making a left over this bridge up here. Yes, another bridge. Lots of bridges going over top of the river here. All right. Take the sidewalk. A little bit safer. I'm still doing it. I'm still pedaling as I shift. That's not good. You need to let it wait. Maybe pedal backwards a little bit or something. All right, so this is going to take us straight down to the trail. All nice and downhill here. Bugs. So usually I can make it all the way down to the end before stopping for water. But on the way back, there's usually 1, 2, 3 to 4 stops for water going back. I need to work on being able to go further without taking a break. Now, the other day there was a possum dead in the middle of the road up here. I wonder if it's still there.
And this place is dead up here. On Sunday, this place was busy. But tomorrow, Friday, well, backtrack. Today, they decided that as of Monday, schools are going to be closed. This whole coronavirus thing, scaring everybody like it's the next Walking Dead or something. I mean, yeah, it's a big deal, but I mean, there's been a lot of other things out there that killed a lot more people really fast, more quick than what it is now. But yeah, so schools are gonna be closed on Monday or end of Monday, something like that. And tomorrow, Friday, we got the word today that tomorrow is a mandatory, or a what's the word they're called, or they use, trying to think of the word that they actually used, but anyhow, they basically said that you have to work from home, pretty much. So I brought my laptop home from work, and so tomorrow I'll be working from home, just to have a day of testing our network to see if it can withstand all the employees remoting in on the network, and seeing if the network will actually hold it or if it's going to crash. So yeah, so tomorrow might be an interesting day. I might get a lot of work done, I might not get anything done, but either way I got to stay home. But either way, I'm still getting paid. So yeah, how that's going to work out with some people are just going to be like, yeah, I tried, wouldn't let me on, and not even touch their computer. But they said if it doesn't connect, as long as you're at least trying once an hour, you'll be fine. I smell smoke. Like a campfire or some type of, not cigarette smoke, but actual fire. Oof. Yes, this is definitely a lot bouncier now. Hits a lot harder since I put more air in the tires. I had about 35 PSI in the tires before. Now I got about 40, 45-ish. Rolls better, but man, do I hit those bumps harder. Especially since it's a hardtail, no rear suspension. But man, can I cruise now. All right, gotta watch hitting the rocks. Like I said, with the hardtail, very easy to get a puncture in the rear, and I don't want that. So I'm running tube tires. If I get a puncture, I'm done. I need to try to invest in tubeless. That way the tire has sealant inside of it. So that way if I get a puncture, this seals itself back up temporarily and I can keep going. That is, as long as the puncture isn't that bad. All right, so for the last couple weeks, I've been smelling skunk down through here. Kind of wondering if I'm gonna keep smelling it again or not. 'Cause if I do, That means it probably lives around here somewhere. All right, getting down to the end. Then we'll get off the bike, show you a nice view of the river down here, take a water break, and we'll start back up again. All right. Well, the water's down a lot lower than it was before. All right. Oi. Ooh, hip just popped. That felt good. Let me pause this. There we go. Once again, I don't have a kickstand, so carefully lean the bike up there. Let's take a little stroll down to the water side here. Must be falling my butt. But then again, the first time I rode down here, my legs were so much like Jello. Ooh, deer track. My legs were like Jello. I could barely walk down that. But now it's getting to the point where it's not so bad. But I don't know if you guys can really see it or not, but directly across here, I just realized this the first time we were here a couple weeks ago, but straight across there's a rock ledge up on the bank. It's what we called the wall. Back before I joined the military, we used to party right there. We used to park up on top of the hill there where the road's at, walk down the hill right where that rock ledge is at. We used to sit on that ledge, and between the rock ledge and the water we had our campfire. We used to drink, and we had a guy who played guitar. He'd always play us music and stuff. And then for like the 4th of July, the water would be even lower than this. And this rock shelf right here goes all the way across. And we used to see who can skip a bottle rocket across the rock further before it either exploded or went into the water. And those days came to a crashing end when we had a party down here. And of course there's drinking involved, but we had designated drivers, of course. But one night we were partying down here, and there was people coming and going all night long. So we always had cars pulling up from either direction, taking back off, but we were all up at the cars, and I had my drinks in the trunk of the car. But I left the trunk lid just partly open, so that way I didn't have to keep popping the trunk every time I wanted to go up and get a drink. Well, people were leaving, so we were all up top by the road, and I just got a drink out of the trunk, opened it up, and then from this direction here, we seen a car coming up with its headlights on, and he pulled over alongside the road on our side here. And I was like, oh sweet, we got more people to come party with us, man. You know, young, drunk and stupid. Freshly opened bottle of, I forget what I was drinking at the time, but that's irrelevant. But freshly opened bottle, I go casually like, yeah, you know, waving that around. I used to smoke, so I had a cigarette in one hand, my drink in the other hand. I was waving it around. Yeah, party, you know. And next thing you know, red and blue lights just bloop bloop. I was like, oh shit. So I kind of put my head down and took my drink, poured it out, the whole entire bottle I just opened, didn't even take a sip out of it yet. Poured it out, set the bottle down on the ground, and stepped away from the bottle, and Well, sure, I mean, they didn't really, yeah, they cared about us drinking on state property. They cared about us having a fire on state property. They cared about us drinking and being intoxicated in public. And what they really cared about were the females that were there with us. We just met that night. Here, they were underage. We didn't know they were drinking. We never gave them drinks. But here, come to find out, not only were they underage, but they were also sneaking drinks out of the trunk of my car when they found out that it was open, and they would go up there when I wasn't paying attention to take drinks, drink them really fast, and discard the bottles. So we could have gotten public intoxication. We could have got a whole bunch of other charges, but the main one could have been contributing to a minor. But since they openly admitted them taking it without us knowing, they just put them in the back of the cop cars because another one showed up. They put each of them, one in each cop car, and then the rest of us had to put the fire out, make sure it was out for good, pick up all the stuff around that site, and then they needed to make sure they gave everybody a breathalyzer. And of course, the two people that weren't drinking were our designated drivers. Of course, we planned ahead. So then we all piled into the cars, and they each drove us down the road, probably about another 5-6 miles to my buddy Jason's house, where we picked up the party there and drank some more. And that's when I fell on my face, literally trying to dance because I thought I could dance while I was drunk. I was wrong. Anyhow, nice little stroll through memory lane there, back in like 2002, 2003 time frame. So, all right, let's hop back on the bike here and let's get rolling. All right, so start off nice and easy here. Get my legs warmed back up. My thigh or my calves were getting kind of tense there for a little bit, and now we get to go all back uphill. All right, so we've gone just a little over 3 miles. So that means it's going to be just a little over 6 miles when we get back. And I did not smell skunk this time, so that is a plus. So we got one more stop, at least, that's planned. That's going to be an overlook over the river before we get off this trail. Just another nice little scenic part of the trail. Nice little stroll through the woods. And why did I just make that noise when I said stroll? Well, that's cool. I want a flashing light. Hello. Now that looked a lot more comfortable than this thing does. Oh. starting to cool off a little bit. It's going. Now I think me and the boys are the only ones that really ride bikes down through here. I hardly ever see any of the bikes down through here. I see a bunch of bike tracks down through here. Either that's from us, or there's other people that, most likely, I mean, there's other people, of course, but you just never see them. It's getting me. Come on, keep them legs going. I mean, it's just a slight hill, but it gets me every time. But I'm getting better. Definitely getting better. I feel my legs getting stronger. It's like I'm sitting around at work and I just want to get up and move, because my legs have that energy going through them now. I just want to get up and go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Stupid gnats, man. All right, so right up here, so we're going to stop for a little while. Not that I'm really that tired, just I think it's cool. Nice little overlook. All right. So right here, I'm going to pull off and show you the nice little overlook. Here we go, a nice little overlook. The river is definitely down probably about 4 or 5 foot from what it was a couple weeks ago. All right. So that's that. Nice little scenic overview there of the river. I'm gonna stretch my legs out here. My thighs are really starting to tighten up on me. I'm gonna stretch out while I'm looking at the river, and we'll get back on the bike here momentarily. Time for the nice little stint home here. Get my legs warmed back up again. I think Taco Bell for lunch was a bad idea. Oh yeah, that it was. That it was. Not tasting the greatest right now. All right, make sure nothing's coming, and we are good. That air is definitely getting chilly. Starting to think I should have wore some long sleeves. Oh, little hill, little tiny hill. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath right now. Of course, I had to come down through here when it was trash collection day. So we got dumpsters everywhere, or the trash bins. Would have been a lot better without those being out here. But then it'd be even a lot better as people would actually collect them up at the end of the day. But you got people like my neighbor who keeps the trash bin out alongside the road 24/7. I'm about ready to put a sign on there telling them that the trash collection's on Thursdays, not Monday through Sunday. All right. So just as my legs were feeling better, I had to go and get on this bike today. And now my thighs are yelling at me once again. But that's okay, because even though they're hurting, they still feel stronger. All right. Got a car coming up behind me here. We're gonna be making this left. But anyhow, this road right here in front of us, that's pretty much the road that's going to come out where that steel beam's at. That was in the last video. The road that goes alongside the river there, before I cross the bridge after the steel beam, it'll come out right around there. Or it will come out there, but we have to zigzag around a couple neighborhoods to get to that point. Just trying to take it easy here, trying to get my legs back under me. That, and I gotta cross, which right now is a good time to do it. Now if I shift, there we go. You can really hear them stones underneath the tires now. All right, so I made it past one of the stops that I usually stop at for water after that lookout point. The other one's right up here on top of this hill. If I can make it past that, I've gone past 2 spots where I usually stop for water. So like I said, even though my legs are hurting, they're still stronger. And I'm getting a little bit more cardio fit, which is always a plus. Oh yeah, making up that hill a lot easier than I usually have before. Got a little bit of a headwind, but not really that bad. And usually I stop right here in this little turn off. And for those of you who are from around here, or might have had them from maybe relatives bringing them on vacation or something, Ball Wright's potato chips. We will be going past the one and only factory that makes said Ball Wright's potato chips. I used to go through there when I was a kid for class. We used to have field trips. Get the taste test all the potatoes right after it went through the fryer. Man, they were so good. Greasy. Man, they were so good. So fresh. Right out of the batter. And oh, man. Still warm. Freshly salted. And then we got, as soon as that happened, and they put them into the small little snack bags of chips, like the little personal size bag of chips. We each got to take a bag of chips that were really fresh, just out of the machines before they were boxed up, ready for shipment to other customers. All right, let's get moving here again. Roof, roof, roof. So right here, we can either go right or left. Either way, it takes us back pretty close to the house. So far, we've gone over 2 miles since we turned around. Make this right. And right up here's Ball Wright's. You see all the trucks. Got the big old semi truck here, a bunch of box trucks over there, and a little van. Right here, Ball Wright's potato chips. It's a pretty small factory, but man, do they push out a lot of stuff. It seemed so much bigger when I was a kid. That's what she said. But yeah. All right, so here we can either go straight and we come back out onto the road that we started off on, or go left and come out onto my road. Probably make this left to go past the Chinese restaurant. Nothing coming. Nice little California roll stop there. So before I even get close to the house, make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like what you've seen. Got plenty of content on the channel for you to watch, new and old. Bunch of IRL stuff, bunch of online gaming, A lot of single player gaming, a little this, a little that. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, click that bell notification. That way you're notified whenever I go live or post something new. You guys know the deal. And also, like last time, guys, I will have a link in the description for the fundraiser that I'm writing for here for the month of June coming up. Help raise money for children with cancer. So if you guys would like to donate, don't hesitate to click on that link. I don't care if it's $1, 50 cents, 100, whatever you guys want, and whatever you can. Go ahead and throw some money in there. Be kind to those children who have such a big disadvantage compared to what you might have. So glad this is all paved. All right, so I'm almost back to the house. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And like I said before, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, donate, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.